In the year 2002, I was no-knock raided by the Chief of Police, Michael Moore, of LAPD with an entire SWAT team, twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past couple years, what I've done is I've been able to devise a system, understanding that the police have created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that they use to arrest you. I've also created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for you to follow that gives you back the power when you're forced to interact with these jackboot thug pigs. It has become a tyrannical jackboot thug police state, prison state, death state. I will win the governorship and I will change the policies from the top down.
I got some breaking news for you. The Hillsborough terrorist group known as the Hillsborough PD arrested me in court because the judge denied my right to record, and I'm like, I don't care. It's a shall issue. I just notified the court. That's my job. I notified the court. They can't approve or deny nothing. It's either you respect my rights or you don't, and it seems like they did not respect my rights today. So they criminally trespassed me, arrested me, and then they also got me for disorderly conduct, which is all bull. They were nasty, nasty people.
So go back to the beginning. You said that what happened yesterday in court, there were a bunch of laws broken. So
yes,
what was your crime? Why were you arrested?
So I went into the court like I do every time. I go straight to the clerk and I ask for the form to notify the court about recording the court proceedings.
And in New Hampshire, all you have to do is get a form to notify the court you're going to record.
That's right.
Okay, so that's where you lost me, because I was like, what do you mean you just went in the court and started filming? In New Hampshire, It's legal.
Yeah, so she denied my request because I wrote for name, anonymous, and I put in the date. They ask you which cases. I say all day. That means they can't deny it. It's not deniable. Like, she said it was improper signature. Here's the thing. Any mark, according to federal law, is considered a signature. And this came around from slavery times when people were illiterate, and they could argue, I'm not illiterate. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still considered, any mark is still considered a signature. If it was consciously done, it's a signature, and it's just a small little court.
And what happened? Why did you go to that court, and why were you filming in that court?
Well, Press NH Now had trial for a couple things that happened in Hillsborough, and he has the videos out there, so it's not sensitive to talk about. But it was a restraining order that was settled. Like, they dropped it, and because he was, like, I guess, back with his girl, right? But the Hillsborough police are terrorists, and they looked at it on there, and they knew it was pending or something like that. It wasn't like closed, but it was settled, right? And they basically arrested him on the side of the road because he was in the car with his girlfriend. But here's the kicker of that whole story. He had his own body cam, and the prosecutor, they charged him with releasing body cam footage. Dude, it's his own damn camera. He's not a police. The prosecutor is citing law that is used for police officers. So police officers can't release their body cams. But because Press NH Now has his own body cam, and he released his own footage, they're saying he's violating the law. Isn't that crazy?
This is a body cam law. You're not allowed to release body cam.
It's not true. I mean, it's true in the sense of if you're a police officer, that you're not supposed to release body cam footage without proper, ability to do that through whatever avenues the government has. But the Press NH Now had his own body cam, because we're filming the police and stuff. We're just journalists. It's just another barrier of protection for us.
Who made that law? Was that a group of Democrats and Republicans working together?
It's actually interesting in New Hampshire. So the only way that you can get body cam footage is if it was a felony arrest or a violent arrest. Otherwise, it's all going to have to come out through discovery and then a trial. Yeah, it's a little weird here on that.
Now, your story the other day, you were in the courtroom covering press with New Hampshire, who was being wrongfully persecuted for a defunct restraining order that his girlfriend filed on him. And then did they arrest him?
They did, and so here's another thing too, is that he violated bail conditions because he went live outside the police station, and that was another part of that.
Then he gets arrested. He has trial for that or a hearing for that. Is that right? Or is he still in jail?
This was trial, and it was like kind of like last minute for me to know.
So then you went there to go film the trial, and you went to the clerk to fill out the form to fill the trial.
Correct.
And the clerk gave you the form back and said, "Okay, go ahead."
She actually says, "Oh, you're going to want to look at the bottom of that." And then I look at the bottom and it says, "Denied improper signature." Actually, they stole my evidence. That paper, they didn't give it back to me.
And
they violated my rights on multiple levels here. First Amendment rights as a journalist. They did not recognize my improper signature. It doesn't matter. I didn't even have to sign it. Actually, the rules in Rule 78 says that I don't have. There's nothing that says I have to sign it.
And then when you get arrested, your phone goes dead. You get charged with a ticket. You get a ticket and get a crime. Do they take you to jail?
They arrested me and brought me. Well, they brought me outside, right? And they I talked to the sergeant, and I was like, "I want to talk to your supervisor," and he's like, "I am the supervisor." And I'm like, "I want your supervisor." And then, sure enough, the chief comes and picks me up, and I was like, "Oh, good, the chief." And they know I'm telling him, like, "You might want to think about, let me go because it's not looking good." And he didn't say a single word the whole way.
Okay, picked you up and took you where?
To the Hillsborough police station.
Okay, and what happens?
They chain me, they cuff me to the bench, and then fingerprint or whatever, and then they get the bail commissioner.
They book you into the jail there?
No, I never went into his cell.
Okay, so they just booked you. You took your fingerprints, took a mug shot of you, and then the bail commissioner comes. And what is the bail commissioner? What's that?
Well, it's all electronic. They did it over the phone, and she was a bit of a prick. But I'm trying to read it, and she's like threatening me that they're gonna throw me in jail overnight. And she just she says it out loud to the cop, like, just mark it unpaid. I had to just do it because I'm not gonna stay in jail overnight. I'm not gonna let my vehicle get towed and impounded. You know how much more money this is gonna cost. But
So then, Joe, when you get out of there, what's the result? It was Presswood, New Hampshire. Nobody has a video of his trial.
He does. He recorded it.
Then you paid the $40 with your Visa, cash, credit card, whatever.
Cash.
And then they take you out of the torture cuffs and let you out the front door of the jail.
Yep. They walk me. They gaslight me all the way through the police station. Tell me walk down the hallway. And I'm like, this one, right? Like she's like, just some silly, stupid shit. But on my way out, they were kind enough to tell me my license was suspended, which is crazy because it's been suspended for almost a year and a half, and I didn't know it. And I've been pulled over multiple times, and there's a trick why I never got arrested.
Huh. And so then when you leave, you go back to the court with your cars. How do you get back from the jail to the court?
I was negotiating with Press NH Now how to get the vehicle out, and then I had two friends come by and drive the vehicle home. So
you called friends from there. They picked you up from the jail, and then you guys went and got
I walked down the road. Yeah.
So you walked from the jail to the courthouse.
Well, I'm not allowed back at the courthouse due to bail conditions. I was just hanging out at McDonald's. I didn't eat any of that trash, though.
But it's January in New Hampshire. How far is that walk from the jail to the McDonald's?
Well, I went to Dunkin' first, and then Press NH Now picked me up. So it was about half mile.
All right, listen, I got to jump. This is too long. Love you, buddy.
All right, man. It was nice talking with you.
Later, Joe.
You're welcome.
The Fifth Amendment cop card is the only card you need in your wallet when you see a JBTP. Remember, cops are not your friend. If you're walking down the road and a cop interacts with you, the moment you see the cop, you get the yellow card in your hand. You have to have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet at all times. If you carry your credit cards in your phone, it's the exact same size as your Visa, as your driver's license. And these cards They're made out of the exact same material as a hotel key, your Visa card, your driver's license. But the number one defense that you have against these JBTPs is your camera and the Fifth Amendment cop card. Thanks. My name is ChilleDeCastro, and I am Delete Laws.